Hi, guys. I'm doing a quick reading on whether or not Trump is going to continue to have these gaps where he can't remember and is mixing up people and getting confused, such as he has with Nikki Haley's name and Obama, so on and so forth. And sorry, I'm getting over, well, I've still got a cold that's going around here, the flu. So my apologies for my voice. So let's just take a look. I've shuffled these cards and I just want to see. Real quick reading. Okay, we're getting masculine energy, active, logical. We're getting manifestation. We're getting daydreaming. Wishful thinking. You know, I do think he's going to continue to. This daydreaming card really jumps out at me as being a bit wishy-washy. The daydreaming, imagining, and I think he's filling in the gaps when he can't remember someone's name, coming up with like using Obama's name, Nikki Haley, when he can't remember. And I think it's just going to get worse. I do think this is going to reflect on him as a male. I think it's going to make him look, perhaps to his, people that would have normally looked to him, I think he's going to look less, frankly, masculine in their eyes. I think it's going to make him look like a bit of a flake, to be honest. Okay. What else we can? Rescue, assistance, call for help, reaching out. Detachment, disconnecting, fading away, disappearing. Yeah, I do think it's going to get worse. And I do think this means that he might need actual help. Because it does look like he will just become more disconnected as this goes on. And I do think, his dad had dementia. Perhaps this is kicking it, up, flipping that switch. His confusion, I think, will become worse. Okay. All right. Chasing, relentless, determination, pursuit. Okay, I don't think he'll give up, though. I think he's just going to continue. Return, guiding light, reunion, full circle. Well, to me, this does look like this is going to come back at him, come back on him. I don't think it will reflect well upon him. I think that more voters that would have normally perhaps supported him will think twice. We get delays, waiting, get divine timing, patience, and we get fear, worries, apprehension, inhibition. So I do think that he will have more problems. I do. And I think he'll start to worry more about it. People around him. I think actually he's going to be in denial about it because he doesn't want people to think that he's like old Joe, but he's worse than old Joe. He's definitely going to have more issues. And I think something came to me that as time goes on and with these lawsuits, I think it is just going to affect him more and more. And I think that it will cause him more problems with this kind of thing. Something else came to me. I was just kind of distracted. Distractions. He'll probably use distractions, detour, sidetrack, off course. Yeah, he's going to continue to go off course. Here comes the cat. And we have remorse, guilt, mistakes, shame. I think he's going to embarrass himself. I think it's going to get worse. Here, hey, what are you doing with the cards? This is the official black cat. And fate, I think I think that hello. I think that intervention, divine time, I really do think that his time is up. I do. I think that this is showing that this is going to deteriorate, continue to. Endings, completion, finality. And I do think it's part of his karma. So this does look like it will be a problem. Hopeless. Wow, giving up, victimized, solitude. I think this is going to become a more notable problem, and I do think that he might end up pulling back as a result. Withdrawn. That's interesting. Hey, beer. So, is this giving up and withdrawn mean that he's going to pull back from the election or from the I think eventually he could. I think there will be more problems with his cognitive display of what he's saying. And I think it gets bad enough that he might have to pull back. Because those two cards really do emphasize this. So, emotional depth, intimacy, captive, limitations, imprisonment. Oh my God. Restrictions. Wow. Endurance, resilience. I don't think that's him, by the way. Okay, then we get a detox. We get purging, energy cleanse. I just don't think he's going to do well. I do think this is going to continue. Oh, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I do think he's going to look more and more disconnected. And that was one of the cards that came up for him. So I think this detachment, fear, confusion, I think it's going to continue. Could get to a point where I think I'll stop there because this is not making any more sense. But yeah, you know what? I do. I think this is going to be a problem for him. And it might be that he has to pull back at some point because I think he's going to just sound ridiculous. So that's interesting. I think this is going to continue to be a problem, and I think it will be something that he has to maybe even pull back from, because I think the longer he goes on with this, the more cognitive issues he's going to have, and it's going to make him look bad. And he might have to get some care or withdraw. That's really interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there because I'm starting to lose my voice. So if you appreciate readings like this, please give me a thumbs up. I will see you in the next reading. Thank you for those that have been giving up prayers for me. I really appreciate it. I really need it. I'm just having a heck of a time. So anyway, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.